Hello, buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches. I'm Amanda, and today I'd like to share a tip to help you with a bit better well-being, bienestar. And today's tip of the day is the cold shower, also known as cold therapy or cryotherapy. Now, why on earth would anyone want to have a cold shower? Well, I'd like to share with you the benefits and sharing with you the scientific investigation, the research behind it. So this is not just quackery, okay? This is real science. Also, I'd like to stress that the advice I'm giving is not medical advice. I am not a doctor. It is not in my sphere of competence to give medical advice. So what I'm giving is therapeutic advice based on scientific research. And first I'd like to stress that if anybody's interested in taking up cold therapy or cold showers in this case, if you suffer from a heart condition or have a genetic risk of stroke, or if you're pregnant, I recommend that you speak to your medical practitioner, your doctor first. Okay, so let's get on with it. Benefit number one, I'm going to explain the why benefits and how to do it if this is the first time you want to take up cold therapy. Okay, so let's get into it. Here we go. Tip number one, building up resilience and regulating stress. That's not a bad thing, no? So in 2008, a published report by the National Institute of Health found that cold therapy and cold showers helps to regulate stress, and it does this by, as we know, jumping into cold water does produce some stress on the body, that kind of shock response. But this is a moderate level of stress that we're talking about here with cold showers. And what this does is that it toughens up the nervous system in the body. And when it toughens it up, it toughens us up as a person, making us more resilient and able to have a better coping mechanism in stressful situations. So this is not a bad thing, especially living in the times we're living at the moment with so much adversity, challenges, uncertainty, creating perhaps more stress than before. And so by practicing regularly, by doing regularly cold showers and toughening up your nervous system, it'll make you more cool and calm in difficult, stressful situations. And that's not a bad thing. Okay, tip number two, and this is a biggie. Cold therapy, or cold showers in this case, may help fight long-term depression. And this comes from a study in 2014 from a medical journal called Medical Hypotheses, in which they researched with many people over several months taking cold showers. That the discovery was that cold showers produces electrical impulses from the peripheral nerve endings, which are sent to the vital areas of the body, that is to the head and the heart. So this is like cold shock therapy, and the shock pumps more blood to the areas which need in order to survive, the head and the heart. And also within the blood it sends two important chemicals. And these chemicals are noradrenaline and beta endorphins, two important chemicals which are very important to boosting good mood. And as an extra finding, they discovered that it also had an analgesic, pain relieving effect on the body as well. So that's a bonus too. Tip number three, cold therapy reduces pain and inflammation in the muscles. And this is a very important, especially if you like to engage in some kind of sporting activity. Myself as a runner, I appreciate the benefits of a cold shower after a run. Now, Paula Radcliffe has stated, the runner, that after a grueling running session, she would bathe herself in cold water to reduce inflammation in her muscles, and that way recuperating very quickly. And this has been discovered as well, it's been researched in cyclists and swimmers, and there was a survey with 360 cyclists and 360 swimmers, that there was a significant reduction in inflammation in the joints, soreness in the muscles from cold showers or bathing in cold water. So, you know, if you've ever experienced aches and pains from a hard session at the gym, for example, and 2 days later you're aching, well, try the cold shower to see if this helps avoid those aches, because it works by the cold makes the arteries contract, or constrict I should say, and by constricting the arteries from the cold, this reduces any swelling around an injured or sore spot. So that's number 3. Tip number 4. Would you like to feel more focused, more alert, and have better concentration? A cold shower could be the answer. In a large study in 2014, it was discovered that cold water reduces fatigue. Now, this is interesting because if you think about it, what happens when you step into or under cold water? Well, the shock wakens you up naturally. And this is because it increases your heart rate, you breathe faster, you take in more oxygen, which is good for concentration, and there's less carbon dioxide. And it also boosts alert hormones as well. So this is wonderful. If you're thinking about having to study for an exam, cold shower. If you've got a project and you need to concentrate, cold shower. If you have an interview and you want to be at your peak best, focused, alert, cold shower. Go for it.
And finally, tip number 5. And I put a question mark on this one. Does cold therapy enhance, boost our immune system? Now, question mark, because this is only being researched fairly recently by science. So there needs to be more data out there to confirm whether it does make the immune system more robust. But what current scientific findings have found is that cold showers do produce an increase in the white blood cells called the leukocytes, and the white blood cells are the white knights which help protect us from illnesses, diseases, the ones that boost our immune system. So this is interesting, and I think during these times it's certainly interesting in the scientific field to study more about cold therapy in enhancing immune function.
Now, the science says that the increase in white blood cells is due to the metabolic rate being increased as well from having cold showers. And so if there's an increase in the metabolism, then there might also be an extra benefit there in helping with weight loss. So it's an interesting field to get more research done on, don't you think? I'd like to share a little bit of advice on how to go about cold shower therapy if you're interested in starting, if you've never done this before. Now, there are different ways to go about it, and this is my suggestion, okay? Maybe my suggestion is not quite as hardcore as some of the suggestions that you may find on the internet. If you've never done cold showers before, I suggest you start progressively, little by little, increasing the amount of time in the shower. So this is how I started off. Go into the shower, warm shower, temperature that's not too hot. There's no need to shower your head during this process, just the rest of your body. Now, once your body is comfortable and the shower temperature is comfortable, start taking in some deep breaths like this. And after 3 of those breaths, you turn the shower to cold, right down, and keep breathing. And vigorously shower your body with the coldest setting for a count of about 10 of these breaths to start off with. And then get out of the shower and notice how you feel. Notice how your body tingles. It's invigorated, and you'd be surprised by how your body suddenly feels like it's warming up. Okay? Now I do this in a very cold place, and it's winter, and the temperature of the water is, wow, it's pretty cold, yes. And although it may seem difficult at first, with practice you'll soon become to liking it. Trust me, it's worth it. Just think about those benefits, yes? Possible enhanced immune function, better focus, alert concentration, a good mood booster as well, keeps those aches and muscular pains at bay. There's just so much, you know. I really highly recommend it, providing that you are in a good state of health, first of all, and if you're unsure, always consult your doctor first before engaging in this type of exercise. If you're a sports person, you may know about this. May know about cold patches on any sore muscular pains. Well, cold showers are wonderful. Paula Radcliffe's been doing this, and also Cristiano Ronaldo, Tim Ferriss, Demi Moore. There's what you call that James Bond actor, Daniel Craig as well. Yes, apparently he did a lot of cold therapy to keep his body in shape for his James Bond movies. So if that doesn't motivate you, I don't know what will. Okay, bye.